Potter's been named the kickoff specialist. Is that a result of him winning the job, or is it a result of Hugo not being able to compete for that job?
Just winning it. It's not close. It's just that simple. I mean, it's like when Sammy Watkins came in here. It wasn't close. He's got I don't even know how he generates that kind of power with that body. But he's just powerful. I mean, it's amazing to watch him kick the ball. I never seen him live in game situations, but that's a pretty easy decision. It ain't got nothing to do with anybody else. He's just the best guy. And I will say this, Sawicki. Don't sleep on Sawicki. This kid, there's a little competition there now. So he's got a big leg too, but he's like 250 pounds or something. You kind of expecting him, and you see this little big guy Potter roam out there and just pow, he's booming the ball to the back of the end zone. Even when he mishits it, he still nails it. So hopefully he doesn't go out there and shank one, right out of the gate, young guy. But yeah, I mean, we're gonna throw him out there. I mean, he's a weapon. He's a weapon. That's why we recruited him and give him an opportunity to compete. He won the job. Beat out a senior.
Did you grade that any differently with the new rules, or is it just go out there and kick it out of the end zone every time?
No, go kick it. Yeah. Go kick it. Kick it as far as you can kick it. That's the best kickoff coverage right there. Average 0 return.
Do you have you had many different conversations about red shirts this year than you did in years past because of the change to the rule, and will that reflect more people being on the field maybe week one, or more that you might want to hold for the end of the season?
We've had a lot more conversation about it because of the rule change. But as I told all the folks around here, I mean, our process didn't change. I mean, we still always go, okay, who do we know is we want to play? And so that's like this group. All right, is there anybody, or who do we know that we definitely want to redshirt? Who are those people? And then is there anybody on the bubble that we're not sure? That's kind of what we've always done. And I think we got one guy on the bubble. So we kind of know our groups, and so then the conversation comes up. Something we'll talk about this week, for example. All right, is there any redshirt freshmen that we would definitely not want to play this week? If the opportunity arose, is there somebody we would want to play? And it's kind of a week-to-week thing. And some of it's based on their preparation, because the cool thing about it, what I love about it, is these guys have got to stay much more engaged. And we've always, I think, done a good job. I think that's one reason we've been able to kind of, as guys, great players move on, somehow or another, somebody's there and ready. And it's not magical. There's a process in place, and I think we've done a nice job. We talk about it every fall, every summer as coaches. I want a red shirt plan at your position. And what are you doing every week to keep that guy engaged? I want him getting installation. I want him getting the test. I want you meet with him once a week. I want to give him one thing, And so staying engaged with those guys is something I think we've done a nice job of. And then how we've prepared ourselves in bowl practices and all those type of stuff, how we've kind of taken the JV approach, I think that's really helped us. This is a whole nother level because now these guys, because in the past, they still weren't going to get thrown in the game. I mean, we're keeping them, we're doing a good job of it, but they're not playing. And so there's a certain amount of disengagement, I think, that still just naturally takes place. Their scout team and this and that. But now, you got a guy that you might get in the game, and so you better be ready. So I think that part is awesome, and then there's a lot of flexibility. You may have some guys that right now that you're going to hold them, but maybe by the end of the year, boy, they can play out the last 4 games and really give you good depth, and they're much more prepared for that. They've kind of been through some power hour and stuff. So you got that approach, and then you got a few guys that you know for sure they're not going to be in that mix. So maybe you may go ahead and just play them early when you get the spots, just to get them a little bit of time. And then you got the other side of it. Maybe there's somebody on your roster that you'd like to steal a year back with. Maybe he's coming off an injury. Maybe it's, whatever. Maybe the depth has changed at that position. Maybe a young guy has beat him out, whatever. And so maybe you have the flexibility, which you didn't have in the past, where you can say, hey, you know what, let's pick 4 games here and let's stay engaged and this and that. It's not like you're not going to play, but let's try to steal a year back. So there's just a lot of flexibility that I think comes with it. I think it's a great rule change. I'm excited about it, and we'll all learn a lot. We'll all figure some stuff out, I'm sure, for next year. But we feel good about kind of where we are and what our thoughts are on it.
Do you have a plan as far as like series-wise, how early you want to get guys in at the quarterback position, or is it just going to be a feel for kind of how the game?
Oh no! I don't think that's fair to the guys. We'll have a plan for sure, and I'll let Street handle that. And I trust him to. He's the quarterback coach. I trust him to manage that. And if I see a need to change it, I will. But I kind of every position coach has a plan when you're going to play multiple guys. So it's really no different. It's just unusual that that's where we are at quarterback this year. But yeah, we'll definitely have a plan.
Coach Elliott said yesterday that Garrett Williams had one of the best camps of anyone on offense. He's listed as co-starter this year. You just elaborate on the camp that he had.
Yeah, he also had one of the best springs, and so really the camp has just been a reflection of what he did in the spring. He had a great spring, and I think perfect example. He was a guy we stole a year back from last year, and that really has helped him. It really has made a difference, and showed up in the spring, and it's really carried over through the summer. And he just had an awesome camp. So I think he's earned that. And then obviously Milan too got banged up, whatever last week or whatever. Hopefully he'll be able to go this week. But either way, that's just a reflection of the great work that Garrett has put in.